Man, it's been hours wandering the wastes here. I sure hope this gas station doesn't have any funny talking characters. What's up, cool cat? Are you looking to get your bread hooks on some jivey power armor parts? What in the Kentucky Fried Hell did you even just say to me? Of course I can't find a stupid normal gas station in Boston these days, oh my god. That's right, today we were talking about the Atom Cats, the coolest faction in the Fallout universe. Now, I don't say the coolest because I think that they're the coolest faction, I say the coolest because the Atom Cats think that they're the coolest faction. The Atom Cats make an appearance in Fallout 4 in Boston, and they can easily be overlooked because they're much smaller than some of the other groups in the game. If you're looking to find them, you can find them in the bottom right corner of the map, and if you just zoom in, and keep zooming in here, there we go. They are right next to the town of Quincy on this little peninsula, and they have made their home in Old Red Rocket gas station and garage. Now, there's only a few members in the Atom Cats, and I was going to introduce them all to you guys, but honestly, one of the members here, Roxy, does an incredible job in the game if you talk to her, so I'm going to hand the introductions off to her.
Can I? I'll tell you what's what with the Atom Cats. Rowdy handles the power armor mods. She's also the coolest chick I know. Usually hangs out in the garage. Blue Jay does sales. Anything to buy or sell that isn't power armor, he's got it covered. Let's see. Duke and Johnny D keep their peepers open for bad news cats who want to mess with our days. I'm almost done. Zeke's the boss, started this whole outfit. And well, I just dare you to find a cat cooler than Zeke. And then there's me, the newest Atom Cat, Roxy. Got it all memorized, Jack?
Roxy did forget to mention one other member of the Atom Cats here. They've got an Eyebot floating around their camp named Peepers, which is just a perfect name for an Eyebot. Man, I sure hope I can find some food in this house here to feed my wonderful, faithful companion dog meat. What is it, boy? What do you have to say? Really, boy? Do you mean it? You're gonna keep getting elongated until you're a 1 pixel wide piece of spaghetti on the screen? Unless people like this video? That's right, everyone. You heard correctly. If you don't like the video, dog meat gets elongated. And if you want to help dog meat even more, consider subscribing to the channel. Now, the Atom Cats are known for two very specific things. One, making sure they look cool, all their gear looks cool, and everyone around them knows that they are the coolest people in town. And two, power armor. They love their power armor. Which, a fun fact about when you meet Zeke, you'll get a different response from him whether you show up wearing power armor or show up not wearing power armor. When I ran into him, I was not wearing a power armor, and I got a response like this.
Zeke.
Hey, Nosebleed, just where do you think you are? This is Atom Cat territory.
If you show up wearing power armor, he'll immediately compliment you on it and use a whole bunch of weird slang that you don't understand because he's got to be the coolest. But let's talk about why they love their power armor here. The Atom Cats here are based off the Greasers of 1950s America. And the Greasers in America, they loved working on their cars and making sure they looked cool, which sure sounds a whole lot like the Atom Cats here, because they let you know they're the coolest. There was no question about that one. But they don't really have any cars to work on, so they can't kind of live out that greaser culture, so they have to replace it with something else, and they've chosen power armor for that. Greasers love to drive around in flashy cars to show off and make sure everyone knew they were the coolest. What great way to do that in the wasteland? Walk around in fancy power armor everywhere, so that everyone knows you're the top dog around here. They're modular, you can tinker with them to keep them running, you can paint them up all spiffy, it's perfect to show off. And now that we've talked about the Atom Cats in general and who they are, I want to dig into a couple more of the characters because they have some real interesting lore that you can figure out if you poke around a little bit. First, let's take a peek into Zeke's psyche. If you go outside of the garage here and go behind it into the camper van, you'll find a terminal where you can find Zeke's personal logs. Which, I'm going to read a few of them verbatim because some of them are hilarious. Alright, let me do my best Zeke impression here. I was born in a tiny leather jacket. I grew up in Diamond City, left when I realized a diamond was really just a tilted square. And here's a real interesting one. He says, tell that story about how I fixed up an old vertibird and crashed it into the ocean. That explains why I don't have it anymore, right? This leads me to believe that he did not actually crash it into the ocean and someone stole it or something, and he just wants to cover up why he doesn't have the vertibird anymore. Of course he crashed it of his own volition. That was all, you know? It's all Zeke. Nothing else happened. He also said that you need a few chapters on power armor. Why, it's the cat's meow. Oh, and some tips on how to make it really sing. But don't reveal too much because they gotta need you for something. At least Zeke here is a savvy businessman, and he realizes if he gives away all his secrets, no one will come to him for power armor help, so good on him for knowing a thing or two about business. On the second page here, he talks about how he single-handedly slayed a huge pack of feral ghouls to claim this garage here. It's quite obvious that Zeke likes to embellish a little bit, I'd say. The vertibird, the ghouls, he's making some stuff up, but you know, we'll keep moving along here. The next two lines are actually really nice and shows that Zeke cares about his friends, and deep down, he really is kind of a softie. He talks about how he assembled the Atom Cats and rescued them from their previous bad lives before this, which we'll get to later. And he says he loves this kooky crew. And he also says here to make a chapter in memoriam to Eamon Andy, who was a cat that they lost too soon. It shows that, you know, he really cares. The people they lost, they stick with him. So he's got a heart in this horrible wasteland. Our next character with some deeper lore here is Rowdy, who you find working on the power armor in the garage. She actually used to be a raider, she says, and then when a raid went wrong and she was left for dead on the highway, the Atom Cats here picked her up and showed her a better life, and that she could put her skills to better use with the Atom Cats fixing up their power armor. Rowdy is also an awesome merchant to keep on your radar, because she will sell you power armor pieces. There's even a very low chance she'll sell you these super rare XO1 power armor pieces, but it's a very, very slim chance, so there's better places to get it in the game, but she'll sell you other stuff to keep your power armor up and running. Which, speaking of the Atom Cats power armor, it seems like they all tend to walk around in T60 power armor. Which brings up a good question of how they can get parts to keep all this armor running, and at least according to the wiki, it says that they tend to buy parts off scavengers around, and they get a pretty healthy supply of T60 parts, but less so of the other types of power armor, so they're a bit rarer, and that's why they wear the T60. Which, by the way, I'm not saying, but I'm saying if you were, not too concerned about keeping the Atom Cats around, this would be a fantastic place to loot for some power armor. You got some power armor frames sitting around, some full power armor pieces that are sitting in the back, guarded by some lasers you could just take. I'm just saying, if you're looking for some cheap power armor, you could take it for free here if you wiped them out, but I like the Atom Cats, so please don't wipe them out. They seem like they're one of the groups in the horrible post-apocalypse that genuinely cares about people, which we can see from one of their audio logs here. It seems apparently they have a poetry night, and the first two are just kind of bad poetry by Zeke and Bluebird, so we're going to skip those. But the third one's very interesting because it's a poem by Rowdy here.
I'm Rowdy, and I wrote this poem.
You're doing fine. What's it called?
It's called An Ode to My Hammer.
You got this, Rowdy.
An ode to my hammer, so heavy and nice. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Oh, Rowdy, come back. Can someone turn off the recorder?
Look how supportive they are of Rowdy. That's really sweet of them, honestly. The next interesting bit of lore that proves that the Atom Cats have a heart under all that hair grease is the quest they give you. The one and only quest, by the way, so I hope you don't like them too much because you're not getting anything more from them. After talking to Zeke, he'll tell you that Rowdy's got a quest for you, and when you talk to her, she'll tell you that
I've been putting off hauling myself over the ponds of work for this, but now you get to do it. This here's something I've been fixing up, part of the pump system at work. Thing was clogged up like Zeke after one too many cans of cram. I want you to go to the pump shed there and install it.
And after this, Rowdy will reveal to you that they regularly work with the folks at Warwick.
The Warwick folks might be squares, but they are nice enough. We help them out with our skills, they give us food. Works out real nice.
See, the Atom Cats do have a heart under all that grease. Really one of the well-intentioned groups here in the Wastelands. Luckily, Warwick is nice and close to the Atom Cats garage, so you can just walk yourself over there, fix that pump, and go get your free snacks from June Warwick. Because when you complete the quest and talk to her, she'll give you a whole bunch of cakes.
You guys are great. Thank you so much. Maybe someday this will do the farm some good. The Atom Cats have been such a great help to us. You must be hungry. Here, take some food back with you. And please, send Zeke my thanks.
And after the quest is done, happy ending, you're a part of the Atom Cat. Oh god, Gunners are attacking.
Gunners! Atom Cats, let's stomp!
Yeah, when you get back and go to talk to Zeke, a whole bunch of Gunners will attack, but as long as you wipe them out and no one dies, the Atom Cats are more than happy to have you join their ranks. Once you wipe out all the Gunners, the Atom Cats are more than happy to consider you an honorary Atom Cat. Now, unfortunately, you don't get a whole ton for helping the Atom Cats here. I was hoping to be a base you can use, considering all the workbenches they have around, but they kind of just give you a discount at their shop, which, to be honest, is pretty good, because, you know, there's power armor perks in there. So if you found the Atom Cats as cool as I did, and almost as cool as they find themselves, I'd love if you all like on this video, and consider subscribing to stay tuned for more. It's really the best way to support my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.